Hey guys, how are we doing today? So, bit of a late upload. We had a lot of microphone issues, and the sound quality was just really bad. So, I didn't feel comfortable putting the video on today. So, we're re recording it, and we recorded 4 videos last night. So, we're re recording them all. Yep. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. You know where the button is. Come join Dragon Rider Games for the best online tournaments. We actually just won a 4-man tournament with the best deck, Cyber Trap. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, DPE Scythe Lockpick just broken. Konami, you should have done something about that, just saying. So we're going to jump into hand traps. And instead of like your standard tier list where we move the cards up and down and take a whole bunch of time, our goal is 6 minutes here because I've spent a minute talking already and I want to do it in 5. So they're already in the categories. I'm going to tell you why they're in them categories. We're going to throw it up on the screen and jump right into very good hand traps this format. Lancia, in my opinion, is my favorite hand trap. I think it's the best hand trap of the format. Pot of Prosperity, Pot of Desires. I mean, it's at 1 now. Pot of Extravagance. These cards are all really good. And haven't you noticed, like, Tri Brigade's still a good deck? Whether Bird Up, they took their hits, but more standard Tri Brigade's still good. You can mix it with Melfi. You can mix it with other cards. Lancia hits that. PK, best deck. Lancia hits that. Sword Soul, it helps hit that. They can play through it, especially with the Helka Fibrex combo version, but it is going to impact their board to a degree, which is always really good. Other things, Eldritch, depending on their hand, if they're not just set 4 pass, you may slow them down. If they have to open up the Lord Blaze, they're not going to be able to use their effects that turn in the graveyard, thus stalling them for a turn and letting you put up some disruption first. Invoked, it's decent versus, I really like Lancia right now. We just touched on some of the best decks, whether it's Fogblade, your Sanguines, your Skill Drains, your Tikaboos, your Schisms, your Blackouts. Red Reboot, pretty good. It's at 1, so it's not likely to see it, but if you're playing a going second deck, you should be main decking Red Reboot this format. Likewise, Ash Blossom, I'm actually a bigger fan of it this format than I had been the last few. Yeah, Ash is pretty good right now. I personally like it at 2. There's one change I'm going to move here. I want to move this one up before. I thought I did that already before the video, but Ash Blossom, it's just really generic and it's just strong overall, this format. I feel like the format is less super big combo decks, which is when Ash isn't that good because it's just usually a wasted card. They just play through it like nothing. It's a little bit slower of a format, more mid-range, where Ash Blossom can actually shine and do a little bit better. Moving into our good cards, Token Collector. This card should be in your side deck. It already was in a lot of people's for Sword Soul before, but now we also have the Adventurer package. So Token Collector, really good. Drone Lockbird, another strong side card. I think with Bird Up being hit, Drytron getting hit, Eldritch becoming a tier 1 deck, I think that makes Drone Lockbird not a very good hand trap, but still a good hand trap, and could definitely see a lot of side deck play. DPE is a thing, Golden Lord's a thing, PK cards are a thing, so the DD Crow is a very strong hand trap too. Putting it in the good category because I think those top 3 are just there's a gap between them and some of these cards, so that's why we're putting the good category as our biggest category, which we actually see a little cutoff. We'll try and fix that. Well, that's not going to work there. Well, we already did see it, and we'll change it when we get to it. Want to talk about it. Infinite Permanence, again, it's a generic card that's pretty good. Not that great versus Eldritch, so I do think it's a little bit less than it was last format. Ghost Ogre E-Telly's at 3, so that's actually kind of big because you can E-Telly out a Ghost Ogre, banish it, trigger the level 10 Synchro Guy for Sword Soul. You can just use Ghost Ogre on the Adventurer package. You can use it on a handful of different things. So I think it's a strong hand trap right now. It's just not in that top category. Same with Bell. It's really good. It's just not, not Ash Blossom good. Negating and destroying is always really strong. So Gamma is good. Veiler's is slightly worse. Infinite Permanence. And then the Dimension Shifter, if your deck can play it, you probably should because the card is good. It's just pretty deck specific. Some okay ones. Nibiru is really good if you open it with Imperm, Gamma, or Veiler. Otherwise, on its own, this format, it's just okay. Skullmeister is pretty good, but Bell, Ogre, there's too many cards that are better, so it's in this category. Likewise with Mourner, like it's the third tier between the Imperm, the Veiler, the Mourner. It's just gonna fall down here. Not all the decks really need to link, so Phantasme I can't put it any higher. And kind of like Shifter, Reboot, or Reaper is very specific to decks, and I think a little less impactful than it because so many decks can recur their cards back. Not good cards. I don't expect Drytron to see hardly any play again. So Cycle Reader is just not that good. Flying Sea or Contact Sea for that matter, neither one is very good this format. Spooky Dogwood, there's just better time cards. Chaos Hunter, you might as well play Lancia. And Gnome gets a big no from me for the format. So this is my kind of hand trap rankings, and let me know what you think down below. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.